An update on the 6.4 truck. We're working on this thing for a few hours, for about a half a case of beer. So we got the cooling fan, the radiator, the water pump, the serpentine belt, uh, tensioners, the pulleys, all replaced and swapped over. The crank, front crank seal removed and replaced. There wasn't a lot of cavitation in the water pump timing cover area, so we kept that the way it was. We found out the air conditioner belt was missing. The pulleys were very rusted, so we replaced that tensioner as well. But on the belt, that was just missing. And they got that all replaced. The cooling fan clutch was replaced. And we're getting the same slowly back together. This is a lot more work than I anticipated. We're not reusing the radiator hoses, the factory ones. We got these aftermarket ones here. So these slide on. I think these Rudy's cooling or Rusty's cooling, can't remember, whatever they were. And then these slide over the factory outlets, and then a normal radiator hose with a hose clamp attaches to here, so you don't need the proprietary junk. And so we got those mounted here on the lower and the thermostat. Thermostat has been replaced. There's two thermostats on both sides here, and then the gasket goes around it, and then that adapter piece with double O-rings. Let me show you here the main serpentine belt has been replaced. The secondary air conditioner serpentine belt tensioner was replaced. It's very difficult to get that out. It was extremely difficult to get that out with everything in place. And then everything else was done already. I had a couple photos of that. And then the oil filter and oil filter cap was replaced. It was the Ford cap now and the Ford oil filter, so it actually fits correctly from whatever they had previously. The fuel filter was replaced. That was an interesting, so I had to use an impact to get that off. It was a little tight, probably overly tightened by the previous owner. So that has now been replaced with the Ford part. The air filter has now been replaced with a Ford part instead of the Baldwin. And this is a lot of work. I'm sure if I did this routinely, this wouldn't be that big of a deal. But this is a ton of work for just routine maintenance. So if you can check along in the back here, making some progress, a lot of empty boxes. So we have our shocks we may or may not put on. These are an if at this point. We have the 4-inch downpipe back exhaust with our 4-inch MBRP exhaust tip, all of our stainless steel clamps. That is stainless steel exhaust, not aluminized, so that will last probably longer than the truck. Our tuner, our extra box here to fix. My fingernails are not actually red, they're just discolored from the camera. So the box here is for the sunroof brackets that need to be replaced. As the sunroof doesn't work correctly, the brackets are broken. Picked this up at the junkyard. This is a cup holder with the the tensioners and the factory, the original one here, broke. And then once this is all back together, we got our radiator that is still in the box that we're going to have to put in pretty quick. And then once we got it all back together, we're going to make sure it isn't leaking any exhaust gases into the coolant system. The EGR has been deleted, so that shouldn't be a problem that way. However, if the head gasket is blown, that will definitely cause some problems. And so since we have the tester, the intake pipe has been swapped out with the aftermarket one to remove all of the EGR valves and assembly area there. It's kind of difficult to see here. There's the EGR coolant block off plates there, and down here there. Focus on it. It's not gonna focus. Oh, right there. The coolant tanks for the EGR system have been removed. This is all of the, not the bucket, that's just extra stuff. All this has been removed off of the vehicle, replaced or upgraded. So we got the water pump, EGR, some idler pulleys, tensioners. Yeah, the random screwdriver we found laying up against, or I found laying up against the oil pan up against the side of it, partially melted. It's just a crappy rubber handle. And so all these parts have been removed, replaced, upgraded. So making some progress. It's taking some time. Yeah, definitely coming together. Hopefully everything works all right. It's definitely a work in progress. Oh, and some kind of good. Let me get this door open. Oh, stain this. So got a new seat cover off of eBay in the stone gray as the rest of the truck. It's a little different in color because this is really dirty. And this is obviously new. So it is the same color leather, but it's not. So we'll see if we can get that cleaned up. It's almost the same color as the airbag, getting close to it. So instead of a giant gaping hole here, we'll have a seat. So hole, seat, not hole, hole. So this is be interesting to take off. It will require getting this panel off here and these pieces here, pull that side piece off. And this just clips on up underneath with these, just loops up underneath and latches on. It's not that big of a deal. The headliner replacement for the brackets in the back, was not expecting this, but the sunroof does not work. Looking at it, the motors work, the tracks work, however, the brackets are broken. So to replace those, I'm going to have to drop the headliner completely and then unbolt the sunroof assembly out, drill out a lot of rivets, reassemble it, and put it all back together. So that's going to be another project. But I got all the parts for it, and there's about $40 in parts. Again, not that much in parts, but a lot of labor. So we'll get it together and get it back together, and then probably end up selling this thing. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. Could be a nice truck, but there's always better trucks out there. So, well, if you like the video, click the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. If If you want to see something else, let me know. I want to make these videos good for you. I don't want to make them boring. So let me know what you want to see. If you want to see me tearing stuff off the truck, let me know. Rebuild. You want a time lapse? I'll buy a GoPro. We'll get this time lapse. You're gonna see me sitting around a lot, staring and drinking. Well, that's just the way these things work. So, if you want to hear anything else, let me know. Think I sound like an idiot? Let me know. If you want to see anything else, like a project Corvette that is on a rotisserie, let me know. 57 Corvette. Lots of fiberglass work. Let me know. Anyways. Well, I'll see you next time. And have fun. Let's do it again next time.